situations is Juggernaut has to go for like Manta style in this game or like a Diffusal because this Earth Spirit can set up nice silences to really crush the Juggernaut and Faceless Void here. The end of safe lane. Their lineup is super strong this time from Dragon Slayers. Like, not today outpicked them last game and then outplayed them. Dragon Slayers, I feel, have
5 seconds
as the superior team fight right now. It's just whether or not they don't get picked off constantly around the map. And end game is going to be totally different than last game. We're going to see a bloodbath all over the place. So that's good news, guys. So turn it up. Open your eyes.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
Yeah, it's good. I kind of like it a lot, and I will say something that I'd be worried about is Dragon Slayers maybe taking objectives after the fights. They don't have the best heroes for that. I like the Invoker ban out. That seems to make sense to me, but with the DP already removed, there isn't another great hero for it. Like, do you just double down on team fight now
good,
and just...
I think well, not against a Bat Rider and a Bounty Hunter. But that's another hero that can add to pushing to towers with the Desolator. But yeah, it's...
One hero that we did sometimes see played mid in the SEA region was a Clinks. I don't know if they could really afford to do that, though. It seems like it'd be pretty bold. At least for now, they're going to end up having the ban now as well as a pick, and they already... this is the problem. You have to pick against a Bat Rider, but also a hero that's going to be able to not get like hard counter by whoever else is left in the pool. You know what I'm saying? That's an issue, because they could always run Bat mid if they need to.
Show me Medusa.
Let's see. Medusa time. That'd be dirty. That'd be really dirty. Is there anything else really that's great though?
Oh, just standard boring. Actually, this is really good Medusa game, I thought. But Tinker...
Okay, here's my thoughts. Yeah, we'll could refer to the expert here on Dota 2.
Please.
So, my thoughts on this and what we're gonna end up seeing. I feel like in some ways it could end up turning into what happened last game, where not today with Juggernaut Tinker, I'm more scared of that than I am of a Faceless Void Queen of Pain, because it's a Faceless Void safe lane, which is still something you need to be concerned about, and you can get a Chronosphere down and probably kill Tinker within it, but I'm still concerned about like late game Tinker just exploding all of these heroes, and it's a stage where last time Dragneel just felt comfortable continuing to farm around the map. If they do the same thing again, I think that they're going to lose this game. They have to take objectives, but last game we saw a real proclivity for Dragneel just leaving the objectives alone and not really doing it. They didn't end up trying to prioritize taking towers at all.
Towers can be a problem, but it's one of these games that should have like 30 kills within the first 20 minutes or something. It should be very action-packed for Dragneel's success, and the reason why I don't want to go for not today's side, just because they don't have stuns. They do not have stuns besides the Bat Rider, and I feel like all of Dragneel's heroes, the Queen of Pain blink in and out, the rolling boulder, the dive, Faceless Void having time walk. I mean, they actually can't, even the Surge, like, how are they going to catch Dragneel's heroes? Sure, I think Not Today are very strong in the later game, and if this goes into the later game stages, I think Not Today will win it, but Dragneel have a great opportunity in this game to close it out pretty early by being very aggressive.
Well, you talked about all those kills, though, and I gotta feel that if there's any type of trade, any type of even trade in any way, it's going to be favoring Not Today. And I guess the only thing that you could be looking for is if just Dragneel completely blow them out of the water and don't allow them to get kills, but I'm not sure if that's really going to be the case. Whenever I see a Bounty Hunter pick, there's a reason that this guy always gets first phase taken out of the pool or picked every single game, because what I feel like you're capable of doing is just like if you don't push down all of his towers before a certain point in time, you get so much gold out of him. And I don't think that Dragneel are going to be hiding away from fights. That being said, if Leo's style goes down this early on in the game, this would be terrible. He's going to tango through this, and looks like he's going to be okay for the moment.
I mean, there was Bounty Hunter actually not sniping a courier in a game. What? And so they were able to ferry out... They ferry out, actually. What?
She already had her null tally, I'm assuming. So it wasn't that. Jericho is going to come and try and place down one of these wards, and she just trades hit a little bit with the Quap. You got to be slightly careful there. Interested.
That's just going to confuse me for a little bit here, but looking at this mid lane, it's going to go the way of Tinker now, because he's going to have... Let's see how good he can last hit on a tower. 1 creep hit. Oh, 3 creeps here.
Nice.
I can count 4? On a roll, baby. Oh, no.
Oh, it's good stuff. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we're going to maybe see KBH die. While that's happening, it's starting to take a good amount of this DOT and is barely going to be able to get out of there. That was a TP out, and Sneaking also taking some damages. They've been able to catch him. This is the terrifying lane. It looks like after the Frostbite, though, he's going to be able to TP out as well. So 2 quick TPs away out of lane, and it looks like Dragneel already a little bit on the back foot.
I would say benefiting the Dragneel side, because Tinker can just wreck a Queen of Pain in these situations. They brought some support over with the Bounty Hunter, so they did a nice job with that. Courier is coming out. Oh boy. Oh boy, Jericho.
Oh, he's hungry. Give it to him. Come to me. We want to make this happen. Send it off the other direction. He's still got eyes on it. It could come through here, and they're going to send it the long way around, but he's going to run into it, maybe catch his sight. Oh, here we go. Courier going his way, and that's going to be
mid lane,
also.
Though. They're going to get the kill at least onto the Tinker.
Sunray, yeah, from afar. He's going down. He sits there, accepts his fate, and heads back home. So they paid for it, but still nice to be able to get that Courier snipe.
Yeah, it's like, how do you get your Votto out now, Queen of Pain? Who has the last laugh here? But yeah, that was a nice job of the supports giving the kill to the Queen of Pain just because of, 3 CS at 3 minutes of the game. That's pretty darn bad.
That hurts. That's not what you want to see happen, and also is going to end up getting jumped on. Does have Blink available, and
top lane though. Oh, the dive in. Oh my, Waytu is dead.
Waytu goes down. Meanwhile, they are able to kill off the CM though, so a 1-for-1 trade. Not the worst thing in the world.
Just funny how that kill was set up by these stacks. If this wasn't triple stacks, the Phoenix would not have died 100%. And that's funny. Oh, they have the Cinder here revealing the movements of Jericho.
Oh, they're playing it cool. Roll in, slowing them down. Pretty good spell. KBH, as well as the Sneaking are here, and the dust is going to be popped. They still run him down, and they're able to find that kill. Benjaz, unfortunately, not going to be able to take anything else off the back of it. Might need to throw out the spin to clear out the stack here. He's actually still trying to trade hits with Sneaking and doing it okay.
That I would have really loved to see Benjaz just spin and try to take that stack, but it looks like they're going to benefit from it now for Dragneel, and it's going to help them a lot. Nice to see them rotating up here, because in this bottom lane, the Faceless Void, it's time dilation just cripples the Batrider. So there's almost no way Ritsu should die in this bottom lane. And he's having a good time against the Batrider here, zoning him out just because there were sports down here, but now they rotated to the top lane, and they're just doing a really good job.
Well, what do you think, though, about late game Faceless Void versus Juggernaut? How does that matchup play out? Is it really dependent also on the Tinker, or what's your feeling there?
They have no save potential at all for the Juggernaut. That's very disheartening. They don't have a swap or something else, a Wisp relocate out. So it's going to come down to execution of who gets to jump first, the Bat or the Jug. The Bat or the Void. So that's what the later stage is going to come down to, and a lot of vision.
I guess they also do have Leo's style might be able to do a lot late game, particularly against the Void himself. But meanwhile, actually, he's going to end up going down here, I believe. Gets off the March of the Machines first, so is going to be able to maybe pick up a couple of value last hits along the way. But what I would say is, like, if you're either able to get a blind off on Void or possibly later stages like an E-Blade too, that's another way that they could make it work. It does feel very clunky, though. It's not the easy swap out.
Ritsu got 5 stacks on him, and this could be, yeah, all he has to do is time dilation. He also has a chrono if he really needs to use it.
They've got eyes on him here, and they're going to bring in Way 2 as well as KYH. Yeah, Batrider realizing the inherent danger of his situation. Nobody else showing on the map, and he backs on out of there before things go a little bit too scary for him.
It's also one of those situations where he has no mana, so he's like, I actually have to go to back to base. Oh, smoke. Or dust, I mean.
Taking it, Bounty Hunter gets the rune, a little bit of value going his way, going to get ran down slightly, and is going to be able to throw out that Icarus dive, so that's going to be a kill going their direction. I kind of wonder at that point, like, we've seen a lot of Tinkers go for the lasers rockets build, but the Stinker's going for more of the March of the Machines. What's your read on that?
He was saving the points until he died. He really wanted to get a solo kill onto the Queen of Pain, but this Queen of Pain pick is just so good where they have no lockdown. Like, the only thing that can really happen is see him, you know, smoke ganking into the mid lane. You use your Frostbite as well as the laser plus the heat seek. So.
Oh, they're trying to time this here, trying to see if they can get it, but only that level 3 on the Bounty Hunter means that they're not going to be able to get any extra value out of that one. The dive came through, but they're not able to really punish that Darkseer too much, and because of that, it looks like instead they're going to have to head back the long way home. Benjaz was behind enemy lines after the Omni Slash was used.
I was just seeing mid lane double damage Queen of Pain potentially could go on Leo. So can't win with me, deciding not to play too aggressive, but having Sonic Wave available could be something good for him. Meanwhile, bottom lane, like talk about, there's a lot of aggression.
Yeah, Jericho, you want to be able to get something with this. He's still getting levels, which is okay, and there's going to be actually just a Flaming Lasso thrown out. He's just dead.
Turn rate. Oh my. No, you
if he
can't
just
just turn around and chrono. It's very hard. He was trying to.
He would have just been able to chrono right in front of him, right? Like, that could have been a kill if he would have chronoed immediately in front of him instead of trying to turn for it.
Maybe. It depends on where you put it at exactly.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's kind of like one of those situations where you're like, oh, I need to turn around, but yeah, turning around is not possible.
Yeah, I was wondering if, like, maybe if he just placed it directly in front of his hero, the backside of it would have collided with the Batrider, but and they had a couple of supports coming in there as well, so they might have been able to save the day. I'm not sure if it was a misplay or if it was not feasible given the situation, but regardless, Tinker, meanwhile, is building into his boots of travel. He's about a third of the way or a quarter of the way there and does have an arcane rune as well, so this is probably going to be his time to head back into the jungle, clear out these stacks that have been built up, and start making things happen around the map.
I would say so far things have been doing really well for Nate just because they're able to have all these stacks for the Tinker, and it's about to be a 9-minute mark to be able to clear out all these stack more. Get value.
Looking
Theo,
close.
please.
He's going to get it. They're all going to die. Nicely played there again. Just easy peasy for him.
When you realize it's kind of like the same situation when you're playing like an Alchemist, you know he's going to go into jungle, Tinker same way, that's when you start pressuring the tower.
Yeah, and he doesn't really want to come back out here and try and contest this. There are 4 heroes in the mid lane currently. Ritsu still has that Chronosphere. By the same token, you're also seeing the top lane is being pushed in by Benjaz. They end up trying to move back in TP for that one. Batrider's pushing in bottom lane. Everywhere there's trades happening. And again, this is what we saw in the last game. I feel like if you're the side of Dragneel, you need to keep up the pressure and continue to try and take these objectives. You can't really rest on your laurels at all.
Yeah, that's why they're rotating down to the bottom lane here. They're going to try to push this tier 1 tower, maybe potentially kill off the Batrider, because yeah, it's very scary right now. Batrider has his Blink Dagger, Boots of Travel is going to be soon for Leo, and it's looking very good for the side of Not Today to weather the storm just because they're out farming the enemy right now.
Radiant's top tower is under
Kinteka
attack.
is going to actually blink back, throws out the, again, the Firefly, and that's going to mean that these creeps are slowly going to die. So suddenly no creeps are going to be there to help you try and push this out. They all head back towards farming a little bit more, and it looks like that's what Queen of Pain is going to be doing. I don't know. I just... It's really hard for them to push into this lineup. They've got so much wave clear.
Life, Lyrical. It's all your fault.
How is it my fault? I'm not the one who drafted for him.
It's a little bit too slow paced for me and my likings of Dragneel. I feel like they could pressure somewhere right now, but having the ES really low level and the Phoenix as well, they try to get so much done around the map early that one of them probably should have just pulled the lane and got levels, but deciding it was more important to shut down the Tinker, which they sure they might have got 2 kills on him, but he's actually has an even faster time Blink Dagger than normal, like, or not Blink, Boots of Travel. But
Yeah.
have the smoke now in the mid lane. They're gonna try to find somebody with this chrono with the Sonic Wave, but it's a little too late. They could have done this 2 minutes ago and found the Tinker before he had his Boots of Travel.
And they're going to end up going for the radar. Everything just coming a little bit on the later side as he's going to head back home, TPs towards the bottom lane, and this is going to be a signal for them to get everybody else out. Again, you see the CM is here. They just are waiting. And this to me is showing Not Today have really good understanding of what's going on in this game. Even if they end up making this big rotation and find a kill on the
way
CM,
to.
I don't know if it's
Oh,
necessarily
God,
worth it. Oh god, and yeah, that's going to be the Phoenix going down here again. Just a flurry of damage. They are going to be able to kill off the CM for the trouble. But again, at this point, trading towers, I feel like is fine if you're the side of Not Today.
Good for them. And that was also a track kill going the way of Not Today to make things worse. So if you keep feeding over these kills too, you're gonna just give the bounty hunter a fast mechanism, and that's all they really need to help them out. Whereas as the side of Dragneel, sure, they're gonna have the Darkseer getting the mechanism faster, but they're trying to make it so you're trying to push these towers, have a really nice timed ultimates, go around the map, kill Tinker constantly, and I just don't know how they're gonna do that because of the situation they put them in. They started off having a really nice early game, but 10-minute mark was just passive.
And again, you look at the Queen of Pain, has to go Orchid this game. You need that extra bit of control that's going to be going their way, but you go Orchid, it's not really great for farming. Meanwhile, you've got on this Juggernaut, he's building into a Battle Fury. He's going to be able to have this up relatively shortly, and that's going to end up meaning that his farm rate's going to be absolutely ridiculous as well. And you're sort of in this weird, awkward situation now where you simultaneously want to farm a lot, but you also want to... Oh, alright, Ritsu gets his TP broken, and he's going to have to go back to farming with the track already on him. God, that's so frustrating. Now he has to head out of here because he doesn't know where the rest of the team is.
Right. It's like, oh, where are they at? We don't have eyes. Nighttime.
Is that,
and
do you
he's
say that because
warding.
he's Faceless Void, by the way? We don't have eyes?
Yeah, sometimes you're just amazing and you don't realize it. I was just
Rolling
talking
Boulder
about
in.
you, of course.
Yeah, good
But-
stuff.
Look at these map warding though. Like, look at this. This is the trifecta. Knowing everything right now of what Dragneel are doing, and this is just going to help tremendously for Not Today. They need to... Oh,
Oh, looking, they're going to end up being able to get it. That's going to be the Earthshaker getting slow, but Jericho, he's just going to walk away from this one. No real great chance at being able to find a kill, and now we're starting to see this cancer come out. You got the track on the Earth Spirit, which means that immediately afterwards you're going to be able to throw out a couple of missiles, and you follow them for the ends of the Earth. One of the ways that we've seen the Tinker get played recently is going for like a quick Aether Lens into an Aghanim Scepter. What's your feeling on that type of a builder? You get the maximum rockets, you get the refraction coming out with the laser. Is it pretty good?
yeah.
Oh.
Blink still... Nice. Wait, you kill that CM. Yeah, you get him.
Alright, well
You
this is
get
gonna
him.
end up being a dead CM. Looks like, at least for now, Ritsu didn't end up catching the Batrider, so, man, 4-person rotation, Chronosphere used. Oh, wow.
Radiant's top tower is under
That
attack.
level 5 CM. You got him. And now I'm gonna get this board because I can, thank you.
It's good stuff. They spot out that he's there, but doesn't really give them a whole lot of information. And now, unless they plan on being able to find a kill with like a really big vacuum into wall, into Earth Spirit combo, followed up by the Sonic Wave, I don't really see them being able to take down Not Today. Like, Not Today are just avoiding fights so well.
And it just, they're avoiding fights so well, it's because you give them enough time to come online.
Right.
It's the situation where you're like, oh, let me just let you farm a travel for free. Let me farm you your Blink Dagger for free on a Batrider without contesting at all. He hasn't died once from King Tekka. So all the tools are there to constantly rat this game out, split push constantly, and you also have the bounty hunter constantly going around, giving vision, having these deep wards, and these wards are winning, are going to allow them to win the game. Like, if you spot out the rotations coming in, you can farm effectively anywhere on the map. You can even set up for the kills, right? As long as Batrider goes around, and you talked about it. Track, rockets.
It's good stuff. I mean, and you've got the Darkseer now who has a mechanism, so alright, you can fight as a 5-man unit, but they're never being given that opportunity. They're just constantly avoiding them all over the map, and Jericho's setting this one up here, and sneaking might potentially go down as they've got a couple other heroes that are rotating into the area. They also have eyes now on this Earth Spirit. They might have seen him as, oh no, he doesn't have a gem, never mind. Yeah, sneaking's just dead though. There's nothing to do with this, and oh, actually gonna be able to get out the mechanism, pulling it back again. Flame Break doesn't end up hitting, but it doesn't matter. He's gone.
Tinker wasn't in range for that, was he? I forget. No, I don't think he was in range for the assist gold, but
No,
for
it
the
doesn't look
track.
like it.
Poor guy. That's a devastating blow, no, but seriously, this is so bad for Dragneel. They're just getting kited constantly around the map, pulled apart.
Yeah, and every single time you see the March of the Machines kill off the creep waves, they head back and does it again. Meanwhile, XD here gonna stack up the Ancients for Mr. Juggernaut, who has already gotten the Battle Fury as well as the Yasha. I'm not exactly sure how Dragneel try and take control of this game, because they're farming to fight, but they're not going to be able to fight because Not Today are not going to let them. So is it just you're waiting for Not Today to make a mistake? I mean, it's worth noting this is their tournament life on the line. If they lose this, they're out of the tournament.
Yeah, and they just
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
looks like they don't have really a good leader that's able to guide the team around the map, and they're just wandering around aimlessly at times where you're just like, oh well, we here, we're not anticipating where the Tinker is going to be next. They're just going to where he already is, and that's just showing you the difference between like the top tier teams and what we're seeing here from the side of Dragneel.
Well, they are going to end up being able to break the smoke, jump forward. Oh, God. All right, well, it does look like the Batrider is going to be able to walk away for the moment. Not really enough damage to really finish him off, so a pretty nice start to this one. If they can maybe execute a little bit more, they can take another kill, but it looks like they just need to try and disengage at this point. Man, Leo style is running them down, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to find anything else. So they get the Batrider, and I think that's going to be all.
And the gem, which is huge at this stage of the game. Now they can deward everything on their side of the map that was causing problems for them. They take away the deny of, Batrider going to be having away their vision, and you can also scout out the bounty hunter. So that is a very, very big kill that's happened.
Well, good stuff. Also, the Darkseer got away very narrowly from that Tinker. It would have been a pretty big kill had they been able to make it happen, but was not going to happen. Not today, he says. and he ran away. Faceless Void, meanwhile, building towards the Diff Blade. What do you think about Faceless Void as the carry? They haven't seen it a ton, but it's been making a bit of a comeback. Well, actually going to need to hold that thought because guess what? They're going to be able to pull back again onto Ritsu, bringing him low. Not dead as of yet, but Omni Slash, oh, it transfers over to the creep. Still going to end up falling here, I believe, as they find the kill.
They got the
Meanwhile,
gem back.
also, they got the gem, trying to run away. They're reapplying magnetized damage from XD over in the trees. They do a lot, but not quite enough to finish him off, and it does look like Kenteka's going to go down. So, again, the Batrider falls, but not today escaping. They're fine for the moment. Do they have the gem? Did they get it back?
Yeah, they got the gem back because Bat died again. Oh, that is... Oh, not again. But still, they were able to get out the healing ward. Really well done from the Beds. And now they're kind of here. Travel back in from the tank. Able to pressure. So, all things considered, it's still looking good. I'm very surprised Ben or Jericho is going for a Force Staff on the Bounty Hunter instead of a Mechanism. Weird.
Yeah, I guess that they don't really want to try and fight all that often, so all they're really going to be doing is making sure that people get out and they disengage cleanly. I guess it's kind of indicative of how they want to try and play this game.
Yeah, but it's still kind of weird where when you get into these situations where there's a chronosphere potentially on somebody, Force Staff's not going to help you out, whereas the Mechanism will. Potentially keeping them alive, and then you can turn around the team fight. Meanwhile, Dead Hero, CM, XD, Dead.
What a name.
Yeah, what a name. I actually hate spammers.
Radiant's middle
Oh,
tower
time to hate
is
Twitch
under
chat
attack.
now.
Beta,
Because I know they're gonna
jeez.
spam that.
Radiant's bottom tower
But
is under attack.
Well, track up. They're going to pull him back. That's a lot of damage coming out onto that Queen of Pain. Is able to get a little slip away. Tinker finds that kill and maybe going to be able to find a little bit more because guess what? Track's still pretty good and sneaking, getting chased down. Oh my god. All right, so it begins. This is where Tinker starts to become a little bit obnoxious. He already has his Aether Lens and now is going to be building into his Aghanim Scepter, only about 1,400 gold away.
that's short. Oh my goodness. We're reaching that point where, you know, Dragneel is gonna have to start coming together as a team and playing a little bit better if they want to keep their hopes alive here. Queen of Pain getting caught out. You know, Ritsu wasn't even there. He needs to be setting up the fights, not the Queen of Pain. But you could also say that's really good pick-off there from King Tekka, who's set an amazing game last game on the Doom and a really good game on this one for the Batrider. So setting up everything last game, setting up everything this game, kind of carrying his team.
Is under attack.
Looks like they want to fight now. This is what we've been waiting for, a big team fight. And Ritsu, interestingly enough, went for the Vlad, so they want to try and end this game right now. It's not often that you see the carry Void go back for that Vladimir's offering. They realize exactly where Not Today is. If they could find this fight in a good way, it would be really huge for them. And jumps forward, drops down the Chronosphere, and only hits onto Benjaz, and Jericho Force Staffs to the low ground. He's going to end up being able to go down, but I'm not sure if it's really going to end up mattering. They find one, and now just going to end up having to back out again. I don't think that changes the dynamic of this game. Like, that one kill doesn't change the fact that Dragneel still haven't taken objectives. They still can't really stop the split push game that's happening. It's just they killed off Juggernaut, who's already 3,000 gold ahead of the Queen of Pain.
No, you're right. They cannot constantly go around the map without having like which bottom lane though.
Jericho dropped the most
Queen of Pain
Sonic
ultimate.
Wave. This is a bit of a problem. CM ulti comes out. That's going to end up being a dead Queen of Pain, and now Way 2 also going to drop. My god, Leo style dominating.
Give me my
spree, and-
eggs. Give me my eggs.
Oh my god. Oh.
Brutal now. I mean, the kill score is 12 to 10, but yeah, it feels like it's way more for Not Today. Like the gold lead is what, 7k? It feels like 10 to 15k right now, just because of their lineup, how well they're going to scale into the later stages of the game, and Dragneel, like last game, are going to get part around the map, and there just seems to be no answer in sight.
It's weird because this is literally exactly what happened last game.
Yes.
It's there's been no change except for a couple of the heroes, but it's the exact same dynamic. It's the exact same probably result as well, that it's going to be Not Today who are probably going to lose this, probably win this game just because it goes late enough for it to work out for them. And I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what Dragneel were thinking going into this one.
Tower is under attack.
Like, what was it that they were hoping to get that they didn't end up achieving?
Well, we
Like,
talked about it
dream
at
scenario.
LinkedIn. Like this game mattered so much on the 6 to 12 minute mark, where you have to catch out Tinker, you have to catch out Rider before items, you push lanes and pressure and get these tier 1 towers down. Constantly put pressure on the Tinker, put a deep ward, see that he's doing these stacks. It didn't happen, and passive play hurts. Now we have a Bat Rider gonna pick off a Phoenix. Bad hate, Wingman.
Hey, get back here, way too. We want to party in. Just finished off his Midas. Did get to use it, so some small victory.
You are
the silver
very
linings you gotta
optimistic,
find, man.
That optimism. There you go.
Yeah, it's good stuff. You gotta find some silver linings in the midst of a little bit of
they
unfortunate
found it.
situations. Leo style, maybe in a little bit of trouble, gonna get ran down there. And Chronosphere, he actually walked into it at the end of the day, so still a little bit scary. The Omni Slash goes through, kills off one, and Ritsu in the trees trying to hide away. Are they going to be able to find him? It looks like it's going to happen. The track he runs, not going to be able to get it as of yet. His courier is chasing him. Even the courier wants in on his action, but not going to be able to do it. Also goes for the diff blade away, and I think that he is going to be able to survive there. So, well played.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's value though. He got 2 defusal charges, or he was forced to waste how many? 3. I know he wasted 2 on track. I didn't get to see what he wasted the third one on. Maybe potentially another track. So that's a big deal.
It could have
Taking
been
away all
Frostbite.
these charges. He wants to chase down people a lot of the times.
Well, we're seeing now again, Kenteka, he's got eyes on him, and blinking away, Queen of Pain, realizing that something was amiss. She is going to have her BKB now on top of her Orchid. So look out, world. Here she comes.
Yeah,
Would
it's
have
a
this
good
been a better
situation.
Lincoln game?
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you actually have to go both, I think.
Oh,
The
jeez.
thing is, with Lincolns, you could just cancel it with a track from far away, and then all of a sudden, Bat Rider still gets blast off on you. So, it's not the easiest situation to be in for a Queen of Pain in this game, but I do think they should get Lincolns on one of their heroes.
Well, from bad to worse, Juggernaut is now going to be building into what I assume is going to be a Scotty, as he already has the Ultimate Orb in his inventory. We'll see if he ends up going back for that one or not, but Dragneel, the last great effort, as this might potentially be their tournament life on the line if they don't end up being able to find something off the back of this. They're all up in the top lane. This is the moment where they could really be incredibly strong. Again, Vacuum Wall with the Sonic Wave. They've got Guardian Greaves. They can take a fight at this point. It's just the dynamic of the game doesn't favor them. I really feel like they might even want to try and think about forcing this one. Benjaz does end up getting revealed. They spot out. The Bat Rider ends up being able to get force tapped away. They're all grouped up together, and at least for the moment, the tracks are starting to go. Again, very indecisive. A lot of confusion as to what they want to do, and it looks like they are going to back out. Man. Well, Benjaz is just right there, and now he Omni Slashes, is going to end up getting traded around a little bit. He turns back out, and they force out the Supernova. Oh my god. Well, there's the Manta Style off, and they have also the Vacuum Wall onto several. Ritsu taking a lot of damage. They caught Leo Style in the Chronosphere. It might be enough. Sonic Wave connects onto several, but Benjaz just destroys that Queen of Pain and ends up ruining through the Aegis. I don't know if they can take this fight now without Chronosphere, and it looks like they might be forced into it, because guess what? They've got XD back into it. He doesn't actually do all that much damage. Pulls Ritsu and Benjaz a couple right clicks.
Oh,
they
the
need to be able to find
spirits.
that one. Really well played there by the Phoenix to slow him down. King threw on that build, and now it looks like Ritsu is going to maybe fall. He still has a lot of stacks on him, and he is going to end up being vacuumed back. This is looking a little bit better for Dragneel. They need to take this fight. They need to win it here, and Benjaz is going to end up falling. Suddenly, the great North American hope comes back at him, and there might be even be able to track down another. He's end up being able to TP away. My God, though, really huge fight for them.
Oh yeah, that's what they needed desperately, and that was with an Aegis on top of everything, where Juggernaut, wasted an ulti there. They were able to find off the Tinker. Really well played coming in from Dragneel, and just a little bit overzealous. The thing is, we're not today. They actually don't even need to force that team fight. They can just split up the map, keep doing what they need to do. It's just they got very impatient and just wanted to say, okay, well, we know we're stronger than you. Let's just try to beat you in a straight up team fight, when they didn't really need to.
And it goes to show that if you're able to just get that chronosphere down onto the Tinker, it changes the entire dynamic of the fight. You're in a much better position as far as being able to fight into that. You don't have to deal with the March of the Machine spams, the lasers, the rockets, all that other shenanigans. And again, you said it, Tinker's back up now in 7 seconds, and I don't know if they're going to be able to take anything beyond the tier 2 tower in the top lane. It's really, really hard for them to actually find anything off the back of this, because again, they don't have chronosphere for another 40 seconds, so...
Yeah, but they are, at least they're going to scale really well. It's one of those situations where you're like, who is going to win this later game stage, just because you saw how potent a Faces Void Chrono can be. But at the same time, you just need for, the last 30 minutes, or the last 25 minutes of the game for that last team fight, how they're just going to get picked apart from not today. Like the vision, track, the amount of damage that Tinker's going to put out. So the only way I see Dragneel really winning this game is if they're getting those big chronos onto the Tinker and shutting him down. Or you maybe catch him out with the Blink In, Queen of Pain, Orchid, and Sonic Wave. This Tinker has KA gold in it. It's absurd. You might go for Bloodstone next. That seems to be something good. But against a Queen of Pain Orchid and some silences, he might want to get, he's gonna get caught. But he might want to go Yules or something.
Well, they did actually catch him a little bit, but the damage is already there. He's gonna be controlled Leo style. Not on top of it. He goes down, and with the pipe now up, we could be seeing something special here. Dragneel are not completely out of this. Oh my God, ends up almost being able to catch onto that Batrider. That didn't even need to use the Chronosphere, so suddenly they might be thinking about trying to break into high ground. Their bottom lane is still being pushed in, but might be a little bit of cause for concern.
This is looking really good now for Dragneel to put a lot of pressure onto that high ground. We'll have to see if they want to, though. They can't really back out and get anything else on the map. They can still farm up the mid and bottom lane if they wish, but they're like, nope, I don't want to get split pushed in anymore. Let me potentially kill this. They don't have Fortify.
Yeah,
this is really good right now for Dragneel.
Starting to fall down. They do have, again, the Aghanim Scepter on the Tinker when he's back up in 8 seconds. They're holding for the moment. They don't want to overextend and end up losing this. A quick team fight, and it could go really badly for Not Today. They send in the illusions, and it looks like Chronosphere is available. They're going to pull Ritsu back. Sonic Wave is out, but so is the vacuum wall, and they end up being able to catch 2 in that when the Omni Slash is going to be down, though, and it looks like for the moment there's a ton of problems as Ritsu is already dead. The Supernova goes down. Triple Ultra for Leo style, and give him the Rampage. Benjaz, don't hit that man. Leave him alone. No, he's still going to end up taking it. So well played. A full team wipe. And that goes to show what we've been talking about this whole time.
Don't give respect to Tinker, get burned. I mean, that's a no-no. A big no-no. When you see that Tinker coming up, it's like, let's get the hell out. But it's also another thing, talking about Kinka. He just sets up every single thing. Amazing plays, putting them in these bad spots with the nice lassos. They needed to have a Faceless Void Manta style immediately as the Batrider tried to go for that play, and he wouldn't have gotten lasted. But it happened. Then Ritsu's down. They're put in a bad predicament, and now we see what's happening. Now it's on the other side.
Yeah, this is not what they wanted to have happen. Is the Boulder Smash? It's a couple of creeps. They still have the March of the Machines going, and Benjaz is just going to be able to right-click down these objectives. The silence onto Benjaz. Still fine for the moment, though. And they retreat. No problems at all for them.
Still a good understanding from Not Today to not make the same mistake as Dragneel did. You get the tier 3 tower and you get out. And it'll help siege the high ground better, but once you see that Juggernaut or that Faceless Void come back up, you have to back out.
So starting to wonder now as this game goes longer, what's going to be that next item for the Tinker? We've already seen the Bloodstone, Aghanim Scepter, Aether Lens. He's just rocking out in the base right now, pump faking his rearm. I don't know what this guy is doing. He's a clown. Is it cheap stick time? Do you think he goes into E-Blade? What would you be looking at?
Probably Dagon 5. Say he'll go for next. It's either Dagon 5 or Sheepstick, but he actually went Boots of Travel too. That's actually a very
cool.
bad play to do at this stage of the game, where if one pick off on the Tinker could mean 2 sets of racks gone. So I would really like for him to save that. I mean, I understand why he wants to do that. That's the talking hard, but I understood why he wanted to do that. Sure that he had the Boots of Travel ready for his team when they smoked up to go on anybody that he wanted.
Well, and also Jericho being able to TP in on top of him. If you find a hero on their own, alone, you're going to be able to tear them apart very rapidly. The problem that you do see is that Dragneel is not separating. They're staying together as 5, and they're making sure that that opportunity never arises. So, again, sort of learning from their mistakes a little bit of how they ended up giving the game away previously, and they're playing much more reserved at this stage, and it's still a really big advantage going the way of Not Today. 12,000 in terms of experience and right around 14,000 net worth, but maybe with this smoke play, is this desperation at this point, or do you feel like this is okay for them?
They're forced into this situation where they kind of need to go out and put some wards up because they don't have any vision, and they know that Roche could be spawning, so play just to go out and check. So yeah, there's the ward, talk about the Roche check, and now potentially...
Oh, Tinker shows himself. Well, he hasn't shown himself as of yet in the bottom lane, and it looks like they might realize what's going on. I don't know what he's doing.
He decided that they're probably all smoked behind this point, and then Tinker's just like, yeah, I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Uh-oh. All right. The missiles are starting to fly. They realize they can fight at this point. Oh god, and Roche is gonna be up soon. Well,
Oh, well, Queen of Pain just blinked in. This could be a dead Queen of...
maybe, possibly,
Could
BKB's...
have BKB lassoed him.
The most awkward team fight in the world is taking place currently. Those last couple of minutes, what just happened? Okay, let's recap real quickly, folks. Everybody, we had the Tinker TP to the tier 1 tower and then blink, rearm, back up, and then TP from this point back home. And then they ended up chronoing an illusion, and then BKBs, Orchids everywhere all over the place. They're going to jump onto XD at this point. He ends up going for the CM ulti, might be able to survive through it. They end up having to throw out the Sonic Wave, but now suddenly going to pull Ritsu back. No Chronosphere is going to be available because he's already used it. Omni Slash is also starting to fly, and it looks like they are going to be able to stay alive for the moment. They've already lost one, and Kiteka might end up going down to KBH. suddenly, not today are on the back foot. Where is this Tinker? I mean, they're able to break the TP away on the side of Jericho, but Benjaz is starting to drop low. All right, here he shows up. A lot of damage going to come out. The refraction from the laser is also starting to go out as well, and Dragneel maybe going to end up going down. They drop the Chronosphere. Jericho trying to keep his buddy alive. He does have Guardian Greaves back up in a second. Oh, poor staff healing. Run away. They are going to be able to kill him off. Well played.
No.
My goodness. Oh, Ritsu does it in the end.
That was really weird from Tinker not to team back on top of the Juggernaut. As we talked about, he does have the boots of trouble too, deciding to play more defensive, and that could be the reason why they lost that team fight there at the end, whereas could have saved the Juggernaut. But really well played there from Ritsu at the end of the day, having that Chronosphere back up, catching out the Tinker. Now they're able to split push lanes, but just some questionable plays coming out from Queen of Pain, where you're solo chasing down a Crystal Maiden when you don't have BKB and ulting for just a... I don't know. I'm not one to judge, but I just scratched my head.
Don't lie. I also saw there that Tinker did almost 8,000 damage in that fight. With the pure damage coming out, with the rockets, everything else, it's just really unbelievable how quickly that damage ramps up, and I have to feel like as this game goes on, it's not really going to stop. I mean, he still has a long way to grow in terms of his items.
Yeah, Ritsu is just starting to look very scary at this point in the game, and
well, KBH pulled back. Ritsu does have his Chrono skill available, and they're not in it though. He needs to find Leo style, is up on the high ground, just continuing to throw out this damage, and they end up being able to hit him right on the edge of the Chronosphere. They turn targets, are going to be able to go on to him, and now CM ulti on the other side. Is it enough though? They need to get out of there. There's the Sonic Wave. Suddenly, a lot of damage coming out. They need to get Leo style away, and he is going to fall. Meanwhile, Ritsu dropping low. Benja's trying to find it. They throw at the Shuriken. That's going to kill him off, and now just trying to escape. If at all possible, he's able to walk away from that one. I think that Benjaz can maybe get out of here. The blink on top, there it is. Scream of Pain finishes him off. Jericho is still trying to kill off these heroes on the other side, and there's going to be the Queen of Pain blinking up, saw the Bounty Hunter coming at her. Do you buy back at this point if you're the Tinker? Probably not. You don't need to.
Nah, you're fine. I'm just more tilted that Tinker's not using his suicide when he knows he's about to die. I mean, that is... giving over 2 big streaks. You can obviously always rearm Bloodstone, so you can always have that suicide ready. So it's just really weird for me watching it happen, and very unfortunate right now, because those 2 kills, they give a lot away, gold-wise, everything, because Tinker is the highest net worth in the game. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, it's just straight up. These team fights are very hard to say who's going to win now, because you're starting to see Ritsu starting to have potentially carrying this game with his Chronospheres, and it's really nice to watch. It could be anybody's game. It comes down to the initiation right now.
He is about to be out of Diffusal Blade charges, so blinding, or the blinds coming out from the Tinker. What else is there that's really an issue? Even the Frostbite at these late stages of the game. I mean, he doesn't have a BKB. What else is there that's going to be an issue? You have, even to a large extent, Crystal Nova. You get 50% attack speed slow on a hero that really needs that attack speed. This hero actually ends up making a fairly big difference and is probably not going to get killed off first, considering she has a Glimmer Cape. So a lot of issues for this Void to deal with, but I would agree, if he keeps on hitting these solid chronos, if he keeps on being able to focus the proper targets, I don't see any great reason why they're not going to be able to take this one for themselves.
Still, they're always going to have the problem with the Tinker, split pushing them, and it's going to allow them to set up for Roche. So it's going to be really hard for Dragneel to actually contest Roche. Tinker just constantly pushes out all the lanes. So, nice scan there from the Radiant. They're going to scout out. There was a Bat Rider in the...
Benjaz? He's going to end up fearing away, but there's the Chronosphere laid down. You do have Tinker that's starting to show up, and meanwhile the Sonic Wave comes out. Manta Style dodges and gets Oh, the Omnislash is going to buy back immediately. He is going to end up coming back into this fight, and now, maybe, just maybe, you're going to see Not Today try and take this one. It looks like they want to escape, though. Jericho forced snap to the low ground. Oh, a pretty big okey doke as he gets away.
Now you have to go for the Roche for Not Today. And Dragneel need to find a way to contest without having the Chrono.
Bloodthorn, by the way, up on the Queen of Pain. Man, look at all of those rockets shoot out. God, Leo style is so frustrating to play against at this point. Did they smoke? They smoked Ritsu as he was tracked.
Yeah.
And now they're walking back in.
Everyone. I mean, they just know they have to contest this Roche.
Okay, XD, he ends up popping it. Frostbite keeping him stuck there for a moment, blinks back, has another laser in a second, and drops it there. He's going to be able to control Ritsu. The Omnislash.
Oh, he took him into the egg?
I think that they're going to be able to do it. I can't believe that actually worked. He's going to end up being fine. Oh my goodness, Agnum Scepter on the Phoenix, making it work. The Chronosphere turnaround. They're actually going to be able to do it. Vengeance is going to fall. They've already fought back on him. If he dies right here, it's going to be tremendous. But look at the damage coming out from the CM. Double kill. Ritsu dropping low. Can they kill him off the blind? The jump to the high ground. Even the Hadouken's getting in on it. They want to take this guy down. Can they find him though? Blinking, still looking. Force, chase. They have another flame break available, and we're gonna be able to track him up. He's AFK. What happened? Where are you going?
He couldn't do anything. No, he was dead. No matter what.
Right.
Like he doesn't have TP. He doesn't have any diffusal blade charges. And they just can't purge off the track anymore. Accepted his fate.
That axe was really legit though on the, the Phoenix.
I was like, where did he go? Oh wait, yeah. Yeah, it was like that was.
So, wait, does it work like Tusk Snowball, or does it work
you have to
like?
click on him.
But you don't have to click on him at the start of the egg. You can do it at any point.
Yes.
Wow, I did not realize that. That is so freaking good. That is really, really great. Well, it looks like now they're going to be heading down the mid lane. Batrider.
I like how we
the
give
gem.
all these props to the losing team.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah, you did great, but you all died, all 5 of you. No, but
We're gonna breeze right by that. Don't worry about it. My goodness. Well, okay, this game still feels like it's Not Today's to lose if they end up playing this a little bit in the not correct manner. The wall is dropped in a pretty a pretty good place, but looks like the range barracks is still going to end up falling as they're going to just right-click it down. Sunray doing its thing as well, and this is going to be the first lane of barracks dropping in this game. Sonic Wave comes out. They don't have this for the next engagement, and Benjaz looks to be okay for the moment. They pull back in way too, doing a lot of damage onto him. He is going to fall. Doesn't get anything off the Magnetize on the several heroes, but can't win with me getting chased down as well. They buy back on the Earth Spirit. They do have Void back up. Ritsu's ready to party, and he catches Jericho, but it's the only hero that he's got. And now he's going to end up going down. Oh, the Hex comes out. Sheepstick is there, continuing to be controlled. He is going to be able to time walk away for the moment. Echo Shell on him means that Leo Style can't go for that Hex any further. Oh man.
honestly, if they had like Dagon 5 there, he would have just wrecked the crap out of Queen of Pain, made her poop herself. Yeah, but the Hex is really good for the Chasing Void because they don't have that much lockdown.
Pulling him back again, the Echo Shell takes off the Hex. Nicely done there. Sonic Wave again used, and the Hex on the other side now. KYH. They don't have a Omnislash right now, but more than enough damage coming in from Leo Style. Ritsu again, when he get caught there, a lot of damage going his way, and he ends up backing out, but they took the barracks. They got what they wanted. Now they're going to head out of here.
Top lane, they're going to get a range. Give me that range.
Oh, maybe. Oh. Yeah, there it goes.
And... oh. Could have just blinked. Oh, there we go.
Oh, they're there. They're going to be able to take it down. My goodness. Defense of the Ancients. It's a good game.
But this Lotus Orb doing a lot of work for Dragneel, at least purging off the sheep sticks constantly. So sneaking, playing really good. It's still going to come down to Chronos now. Buyback situation too is very key at 50 minutes in the game. They're ready to go for not today's buybacks. Where is it on the other side? Oh, actually 2 minutes left on the Juggernaut. That is a very big deal. And he doesn't have that Aegis to work anymore.
Oh, also, you do have the Batrider now. With that Aghanim Scepter, late game tactics coming through. Ritsu looks for the Chrono, not going to be able to find it as of yet. Hex, Echo Shell, Frostbite and CM. She 4 stats away, fine for the moment. There's going to be the pull-in. Able to catch on her way too, but Chronosphere is going to be able to catch...
can't win stays in it.
Only caught one. Oh, Queen of Pain needs to get out of there for the moment. Omni Slash with the Battle Fury is doing so much damage. Oh, he's going to drop. That's going to end up being a dead Queen of Pain. And Ritsu battling his little heart out. Just fight, little piggy. I believe in you. It looks like he's going to be controlled, killed, again standing still because he knows his fate. And they're going to be able to take him down again. Oh, no.
Really bad synergy. Yeah.
GG.
That's... Synergy just wasn't there for Dragneel in that team fight, and you can see they have so much to learn as a team. And we just talked about enough. This game had potential for Dragneel to actually win it, which is surprising to say the least because of how well, Not Today perform, how well it looked like they were playing into the later game stages. But Dragneel, they pick